All right. Well, something awesome happened during the 49ers Raiders game on Sunday, and that's why Dennis Jackson, Drake Jackson's dad, is on the show right now. But first, I mean, he just posted this on Instagram, so I decided I had to go live with it because, as you know, Dennis is a Raiders fan.
Yeah.
He's also a Drake Jackson fan, so he's also a Niners fan, and his son had an interception against the Raiders. Dennis, why don't we watch this really quick? Let's put this
Okay.
up. It's what you just put up on Instagram. Oh, there's Drake wearing the Raiders stuff. You got to make sure you got that in. I love it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I had.
A lot of Raiders gear. Trying to raise them right there. And then we go to the game, and obviously this is a big play. Gary Hyder tips it. Drake picks it off. That's a little arm spin celebration. That was awesome. And then we moved to this. This was you the other day. I talked to you over text about it. And you said that you were running up and down the aisle, Dennis, and fans got confused because you were rooting for the Raiders. As you could see, the hat right here is a Raiders hat in 49er colors. She got ready for the game. But fans thought you were rooting for the Raiders. But you told everybody, yeah, but my son just intercepted the pass. I mean, that must have been absolutely wild at Allegiant Stadium. What happened after that? What happened after everybody figured out that you were Drake Jackson's dad and
Well,
he just got a pick?
well, the real crazy thing about it was because I had the Raider hat on, but I had a 49er jersey on. So people kept saying, "Oh, you can't do that, man. You can't do that." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it." You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching the game, so everybody sees me cheering for the Raiders. So they're like, "Oh, okay, he's a Raider fan for real. He's a Raider fan." And then he got the interception. I just lost it. I almost ran down and jumped over the rail, bro. It was just like, it was uncontrollable. You know, I had a tear out of one eye. And so everybody's like, "Man, I thought you were a Raider fan." And I was like, "I am a Raider fan, but that was my son who just intercepted the ball." And the crowd was like, "Oh, wow, that's dope. That's dope." So after that, everybody was like, "Can I take a picture with you? Can I take a picture with you?" And I'm like, "Of course." But it
That's
was exciting, man. Super exciting.
it's. I mean, it's you couldn't. We talked about this months ago after Drake was drafted, right? You came on
Yeah.
here, we did the big story, and we are saying, okay, well, 49ers Raiders, January 1st. What are you going to do? And you said, I got something up my sleeve. But even in your wildest dreams, obviously you have the Raiders and 49ers gear on, but in your wildest dreams, did you think that Drake's first career interception would happen in this game? I mean,
You know
come
what?
on.
You know what? It's so crazy because I was like, he's probably gonna make a big play in this game. And I was like, and it's funny because the week before he goes, "Dad, I'm gonna beat your team," but because he didn't get to play the week before, he said, "But I'll be ready for your team. I'm gonna kick your team." But and I was like, "Our team." He's like, "I ain't no Raider no more, Dad." I was like, "Okay."
Love it. So, by the way, I talked to Drake about it today in the locker room. I'm going to play a quick video. I think you might like this. He said something really cool about you in this. Take a look.
I'm sure your dad told you the story of your pick, right? He was cheering for the Raiders,
Of course.
and his whole section got confused.
I heard him whistling on the way home, so or not on the way home, on the way when I was running to the end zone. You know, I can kind of tune out like the whole crowd and hear his whistle type of thing. I could hear my family. I don't know if any other players can hear their family, but I could hear them like screaming for me and this and that. So
Was he sitting near the end zone?
I couldn't even tell you. I just know I just can hear them and I can tell which direction they're coming from. So
What did you think of his outfit for the game? He had
ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I don't even know why he came like that, but I already knew he was going to do something funny like that because his favorite team has been the Raiders since I was born. So that's never going to change.
he had the tryout for them, right? That was his.
That was like one of his main reasons. But even before that, he was a Raiders fan, had it tatted on him. So it's really good.
All right. So there's a lot going on there, but I couldn't help but be like, whoa, he heard you whistling on the way to the end zone. Had he told you that yet?
No, but I have a distinct whistle, and throughout college, throughout high school, he can hear me whistle. It's a really high pitch whistle. I do it like 3 times in a row. But like before the game, I whistled, and you can see him. He looks around, and like I did it like maybe 30 times when he got the interception. So I know he heard me. And I was fairly close to the field. So
Have you know, this was a first for me. Had you ever been at a game where it was so loud, not just for one team, but for both teams? Like when the Niners did something, their fans were, it was crazy loud.
right,
When the
right.
Raiders did, it was too. So for your whistle, it wasn't quiet when Drake had that pick. That whistle had to be pretty shrill to get through that noise.
It's pretty distinct. Like if you, I'll show you one day. It's pretty loud. It's
If
weird.
you wanted to, you could whistle right now. I'm sure people would love it. All right, I could see that. Nice. So that was the whistle that Drake heard. You know, I was a swimmer back in the day, and I had a coach that could whistle just like you without you know using his fingers or anything. And it was crazy because you'd be in the water like racing, and you'd hear it.
Wow, yeah.
And yeah, and that's why I believe Drake when he said that, because if it's on a different kind of beat than anything else, then kind of goes through. But well, oh, yeah. I mean, what a special moment, right? For you and your family. How many of you were out there at the game?
I had we had maybe 30, maybe 30 people. Maybe
Awesome.
I'll send you the picture later.
So cool. Yeah. Can't wait to check it out. Well, it was great seeing you out there, Dennis. I promise we'd keep it short. You got training, right? You're working with some of the young football players down there in a little
Well,
bit.
yeah, I got a couple of I got a kid who played for the Detroit Lions. He's working out with me right now. He's trying to get back on the team. He actually had a workout for the 49ers about 3 weeks ago, Javon McKinley. But yeah, I'm working out these young guys. I got a few college kids and stuff. So I mean, it's pretty cool.
Sweet. Well, I am not sure if my mic is still working here. Yeah, I think it is. I got it back on. I think my mic there snapped out a bit. So keep up the great work, Dennis. See
Appreciate
you
it,
on
man.
Sunday. You're going to be up here, right? 49ers Cardinals.
Oh yeah, man. I've been to every game this year except the Mexico game.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and you're going to have a few more, at least home games to go to, at least one more on top of Week 18. But
Yes.
obviously, the Niners are going to be favored, and we'll see if they go on this playoff run, because it must be exciting for you. Year one, your son's on such a good team, right? I mean,
Yeah.
this is no 8-8 team. These guys have won 9 straight.
Nah, they've been doing their thing, man. So like, I didn't think I would come out with a win on Sunday, but you know, I'm like super excited though that where he's going right now. So I mean, I'm gonna say what I can say. I can't say it all though, but I'm gonna say bang bang.
There you go. The fans watching right now can fill in the rest. And
Yes, sir.
obviously, the Niners are going to be playing longer than the Raiders this year, so you won't have any conflicts beyond
Right.
the regular
Exactly.
season. So that helps. That helps. All right, Dennis Jackson, Drake's dad. Thank you so much, Dennis.
All right.
Good
Guys,
luck
have a
with the
great one.
training tonight, and we'll talk to you soon, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to everybody soon. This was just one of those cool stories from 49ers Raiders. A lot of family connections, that's for sure, and this one might have topped them all. Everybody take care.